How is it going, Toons of the World? It is your pal Mega Snoop bringing you another Toontastic video. And today, I wanted to kind of give you a brief overview of everything you need to know about cog buildings. Without further ado, we're going to jump straight into this. Now let me generalize what a cog building is. A cog building are regular toon buildings that are taken over by one of the cogs on the street. In order to recover the building, you must defeat all the cogs on all the floors inside the building. The number of floors that a building has can be seen on the front of the building by the amount of circles above the elevator. The higher amount of floors, the more difficult the building's probably going to be. Now the difficulty of a building, by floors and by cogs inside, can actually be determined by the level and type of cog that enters it. For instance, if a level 1 cold caller went into a building, it's going to be generally an easy building. But if a level 7 number cruncher entered a building, the building's going to be quite a bit harder. This is why when there's invasions, there tends to be a lot more difficult buildings around the area. Or in Donald's Dreamland, you tend to see 4 and 5 story buildings, while in Donald's Docks you see 1, 2, or 3. And only 4 toons can board an elevator into a building at any time. It doesn't have to be up to 4 toons, you can go by yourself, though it's not necessarily recommended, but know that you can have up to 4 toons in a building at any time. And after every floor, any toon can choose to leave the building just by opening their sticker book and teleporting back to the playground, or opening your friends list and teleporting to one of your friends. So if the building seems a little too difficult and you've already wasted all your good gags and you still have 3 more floors to go, it's okay to dip out of there. No one's judging you. But no, if you do that, you will not receive any experience from the building. All experience you get from the building will be granted to you after defeating all the cogs and on the floors, all the way to the top floor. So how much experience will you get? Here's a little chart to just show how much experience you can get per floor on each building, with or without an invasion. The first floor will always have times 1 XP, unless in an invasion it's times 2. Second with 1.5, third with 2, fourth for 2.5, and 5 for 3 times XP. And with an invasion that can be up to 6 times experience. Now I want to go over what the inside of the building looks like, not necessarily the cogs, but the floors. The first floor will always be a boiler room, whether it's a 1-story building or a 5-story building. The first floor will always look the same. Now if the building is 2 or more stories, the top floor will always be the boss room. And if it's 3 or more stories, the middle floor or floors will be an office room. So if it's a 5-story building, floors 2, 3, and 4 will look like the office room. If it's a 3-story building, only floor 2 will look like the office room. Now something interesting. The difficulty of each floor is determined by the numbers of cogs and the accumulative cog level. Now if you don't know what that means, it means taking the level of cogs and adding them together. This is why you can find one level 7 on the first floor, and then move on to the second floor and see a level 6 and a level 5. You might think to yourself, well, this is easier than defeating a level 7. But accumulatively, the first floor with 1 cog at a level 7 will only be 7 levels. The second floor with 2 cogs, a 5 and a 6, will be accumulatively 11 levels. This is what makes the second floor more difficult than the first floor. Also note that the amount of cogs on each floor will be greater than or equal to the amount of cogs on the previous floor. If there's 2 cogs on the first floor, the second floor will have 2 or more. If there's 3 cogs on the second floor, the third floor will have 3 or more. Another thing to note is that the second floor will never only have 1 cog. So if there's only 1 cog on the first floor, you can automatically know that the second floor will have 2 or more. Last thing to note about the cog levels inside of a building is that the boss will always be the highest level and will always be one of the first cogs you see on the final floor. He may be joined with other cogs, or he may be standing alone with other cogs waiting in the elevator. However, he will never himself come out of the elevator. The last thing to say about it is the rewards you get from the building. Once you defeat a cog building, whether it's a 1-story or a 5-story, you will always get a portrait of your toon inside the cog building. It'll have your head and your name. That way anyone who enters that building can know you're the one who rescued it. Also, you will get floor points towards a star. If you don't know what that is, I'm going to show a quick chart showing you just how many floors you need to recapture in order to earn these stars. And it is determined by floors, not by amount of buildings. So a 4-story building will get you 4 points, while a 2-story building will only get you 2. After you score 10 points, you get a bronze star. After 20, you get a spinning bronze. 30 will get you silver, 50 will give you spinning silver, 75 for gold, and a whopping 100 for spinning gold star. Though you have to know, if the building you had previously taken over was retaken over by another cog, you will lose the points you earned from that building. So if you just earn a spinning silver, and then a cog takes over that 5-story building you worked so hard to earn, you will lose those 5 points and revert back to a regular silver. That's all I have to say about cog buildings. If you learned something new, a like would be appreciated. If not, then you must be a Toontown genius. And I really do appreciate you guys stopping by. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Hope y'all enjoyed, and if you did, be sure to smash that like button. It helps me know that my work is appreciated. Leave a comment and subscribe if you're new. You can check out my live stream at twitch.tv/Megasnoop. Follow me on Twitter at MegasnoopTTR, and I hope y'all have a toontastic day.